Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Syrian, and today I'm actually bringing you some more Overwatch action. I've got a pretty cool couple of games here from the beta, and in the first I am playing as Tracer, and in the second I'm being the best team player ever and rolling out as Reinhardt. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the action while I tell you my thoughts on Overwatch and my experience during the beta. Those of you who watch me over on Twitch will probably have noticed that I played this game a lot during the brief time that it was in open beta. I guess you don't need to be a genius to be able to figure out that I really enjoyed the game as well. I am now really looking forward to the full release and will definitely be playing it more when the time comes. So, let's talk about the game. First of all, it ran really well for me. I got a pretty solid 144 FPS even while streaming, even at pretty high graphics settings, and the only reason it wasn't, a higher frame rate than that at most times was because I locked my frame rate at 144 because I don't know if there was a cap in the game. I think someone said it was 300 FPS, but if there was a cap, I couldn't reach it. So for consistency, I locked it at 144. But yeah, apart from that, mouse input felt really good. There was no input delay or acceleration, just nice and crisp and responsive. And from all reports, I've heard that everyone had a pretty similar experience. The game seems to run really well even on lower end setups, and this is all really encouraging stuff because it means the game is a lot less likely to die on PC the way recent COD games have. If you take a look at COD as an example, the games that have died out the fastest are the ones that have been a technical mess on PC on release. You look at Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 3. All of them had a lot of issues with frame rate. They all had a lot of issues with mouse input, and they all had a lot of issues with crashing, etc. And I think it's an often underestimated reason that people stopped playing those games. So I'm really glad that Overwatch seems to be so well optimized. Just looking at Advanced Warfare in particular, uh, during the days before dedicated servers, even on my PC, if I got host on some maps, it was pretty much a 50-50 chance that I would crash on those maps in particular. I think Defender and Recovery were the serial offenders. But, for someone like me, I enjoyed the game enough to push through all that, and it didn't happen once dedicated servers came out. But there are a lot of people who just wouldn't have even bothered. If your game's crashing every few games, you're not even going to bother sticking around. You're going to say, well, we'll piss this off and I'll go play something else. So it seems lately that more and more developers are simply not even bothering with a PC version of their games. I know that's been a thing for a while, but it's becoming more and more prevalent. Uh, they just port the console one over, and if it runs like absolute crap on PC, they don't care. They already got their money, and I guess that's good for them. But I'm really glad that Overwatch is apparently not in that same boat, because a game that runs really well is, well, it's good for everyone. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get down to the gameplay. And ultimately, it plays a lot like Team Fortress 2, which I guess is what they were going for. Now, personally, I never actually got into Team Fortress 2, but it looked like fun whenever I watched gameplay of it, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that it was a bad game. No one I've ever spoken to about it has had anything but praise for it, really. So, during the beta, I tried out most of the classes, and I think there were one or two that I never played, and a few that I played very little, but I gave most of them a go. The ones I enjoyed playing the most were Tracer, Soldier 76, Roadhog, Mercy, Lucio, and Reaper. I think if I had to pick two favorites, I'd say Tracer and Roadhog. And I honestly think that's just mainly because they're very self-sufficient classes. You're not relying on anyone else. Tracer is incredibly mobile and fast-paced, which suits my playstyle perfectly. She has plenty in the way of survivability. She can dash around, make herself hard to hit, and she can run off and find the health packs. And she can reverse time, and if you time that right, that's basically like a free health pack. Um, and Roadhog is just incredibly tanky and great for ganking squishy enemies, which is always fun. So, they're the two heroes that I found it easiest to stay alive with, which came in really handy when I was on teams with no healer. Obviously, in a game like this, it's very team dependent, and that was a problem at times. A lot of my games were severely one-sided stomps, and sometimes I was on the team doing the stomping, and sometimes I was on the team getting stomped. Whichever way it was, I'd say 60+% of the games I played were pretty one-sided. The main time that things tended to go bad for me, and it was my team getting stomps, were the times that the enemy team had a healer or two, and my team didn't have a healer. It was just quick play, so it didn't bother me as much as it would in COD, for example. But I think we can all agree that being on the losing team of a completely one-sided stomp is no fun at all. Especially in a game like this. You know, it's not like Call of Duty where if your team's getting wrecked, you can sort of go off and get away from them and kind of go on a solo tear by yourself. You know, that's not how this game works. If your team is getting stomped, you're getting stomped. I am assuming that come full release, ranked play is what will be the dominant game type. You know, it's what most of the people who play the game will play. So I'm hoping and assuming that teams won't be as big an issue as they were in the beta, because the beta was not ranked play. As for stuff I'd like to see changed about the game, I was kinda hoping for faster movement speed on average. Most of the classes are quite slow and easy to hit. I would prefer it if it required a little bit more aiming skill than it does now. And I would also very much like it if they removed all of the AI-controlled turrets from the game, because I really don't want a computer to be able to do a player's work for them in any sort of PvP situation. That being said, the average time to kill is still very slow and allows for plenty of play and counterplay in most fights, which is something I really like. You know, you don't usually lose a 1v1 with someone if they're playing the same class just because they were sitting in a dark corner and took you by surprise. You know, you don't usually lose a gunfight just because someone got the first hit on you, that sort of thing. I really do enjoy that aspect of it. I just love it if you could move around faster. I can't really comment on class balance for a few reasons. First of all, I only played it during the beta, so I don't really think I'm good enough at the game yet to make any sort of insightful comments about what needs balancing. And secondly, the beta did not have ranked play, and so team compositions, you know, communication between teammates, and playing with people who all knew what the hell they were doing weren't really that prevalent. And I imagine that games of ranked play with people of similar skill level, people who communicate about team composition, about enemy threats, locations, that sort of thing, ranked play in that sort of situation will be vastly different from the quick play that everyone experienced during the beta. Now, with all that being said, there were some real issues with matchmaking, particularly on day one for me. It might just be because I was in Australia, and Australia doesn't have that many people, but games could take a pretty long time to find, even when solo. I don't really understand why when I'm solo. Just drop me in a game, I'm sure there are plenty to find. And on day one, the game had a nasty habit of putting me on US servers where I had 200 ping, and this was never an enjoyable experience for me, because I found the hit detection went to complete shit even at 200 ping. Fortunately, after day one, I never got put on a US server again, so either I was just lucky for the rest of the beta, or they already fixed that issue. I think my main problem would have to be the way it would start games with a player missing from one team. Once again, this is a problem that I assume won't be present during ranked play, because I would hope that a game of ranked play just wouldn't even start when teams weren't completely even. And completely full, preferably. So, all things considered, I really enjoyed my time during the beta. I'm really looking forward to the full release, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it as much as I like playing it. I hope you're ready to go on the journey with me as I try to get good at a new game, and I'm looking forward to it. That's it for me today, guys. Peace out, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of this video.
Well, I'm out, but...
Come here,
help.
Oh, ganked.
Put his armor on. There's a guy on top. Someone can actually get to him.
Yeah.
Behind you.
There's a dude behind as well. Fucking hell.
I can't
Go away,
get to the
dude.
guy on top, so.
If he just up down. He did.
Yeah, I didn't mean to pop away.
Bro, this aimbot guy's the best. He makes noobs like me look good.
Oh. I was gonna kill anyone on top if I stay with this.
Yeah. Oh god, fuck that. Oh, that can freeze you through the fucking shield? That's some bullshit.
No one can hide from my sight.
Oh, that tire goes through the shield. Didn't realize.
Ah.
Payload ready to roll.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Up above you, Shazam.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm chasing him. I need heals. I need heals.
What? Just killed him?
No one can hide from my sight.
Died.
Oh shit, this thing's someone, it's just freezing me.
Bro, I'm a popsicle. What the fuck?
That orb thing, you can't shoot that. It's a ult.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can't kill it. It's fucking annoying. It's just me soloing the objective all day long.
Well, just died.
Oh, get fucking outplayed, Tile.
Heroes never die.
What is the team doing up there? I'm just fucking up here soloing the objective.
The whole team's actually back away. It's for them.
Oh,
Fucking popsicle, bitch. Whoa. I've got you in back.
Not as young as I used to be.
right.
Alright, so
Barrier
it's
up.
not.
No one can hide from my sight.
I shall seize a kill.
Oh my god, go away. No.
Payload is in my charge. Let us move it.
Up top. Guy just absolutely nerfed me. Oh, I can't.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Come on and face me. Is to move the payload. Then do it.
I'm not gonna touch.
God.
Alright, my ult's up, my ult's up. Oh god.
I'm sick of getting sniped. Like he's just standing in the open.
Yeah, no, there's not a lot I can do as a tank.
He doesn't even look like it's
He might not be headshotting you, he's probably just fucking body shotting for days.
Everyone heal up.
Its destination.
God.
Launcher activated.
Oh god.
Moving the payload.
Behind you!
60 seconds remaining.
My barrier's down.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. Too fucking good. Who's the fucking objective hero? 4 minutes on it. Me, that's who.
Play of the game.
Play of the game, your favourite person?
this is probably where he months me. 100%.
Oh, me. Come on.
Actually, no, I don't know. Oh, yep, this is where he kills me. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did a few seconds later, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely commending myself.
Epic.
Ah, impressive, if I do say so myself.